Hi, everyone. Welcome to our market update. My name is Vinnie, and this guy over here.
Jared, hi everybody.
And you'll see in the clicker right there, we have Jared's number, my number. And that's going to be for your chance to win a little bit later when we go over what do you think that value is. A little quiz game to have your chance to win $50. But before we get to that, how are rates looking right now, Jared?
Well, finally, I get to smile because something good happened. The last couple of days have been great for rates. We've seen some major improvements just in the 2-day period, which is awesome. The best rate since early June. So, 30-year fixed, we're looking at about 5.5. FHA and VA 5.125%, and 30-year jumbo 4.75. So, nice little couple-day rally getting us back to lower rates, which is nice.
Nice. So where do you see rates going in the future?
Well, I think most people get worried about the Fed talk that's coming up. That seems to be the main thing when people ask about that. Generally, mortgages have already priced that in. So hopefully, this is a trend where we start ticking down a little bit more. That would be great to see. I know for everybody, that's a win. So hopefully, we see it continue this trend into next week and keep it going down.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I talked to some, I don't know if it's you. I mean, I know I talked to some other lenders a couple months back, and they were talking about that they thought they might get up to the sixes and possibly even higher. So you think we're probably not going to go that direction?
I would hope not. That's the only thing. I don't know. We can never guess where they're going. I think there was talk of getting into like the 7% range, such that the highest amount. Yeah. Hopefully we've hit that wall. I mean, as of 2 days ago, the 30-year fixed, just this jump of, somebody was close to like 5.99, just with 10% down on a 30-year. That's already down to 5.5. So that was a big jump. I mean, if it continues this way, hopefully we stay out of that high 6-7 range.
And do you have any programs? Because I think some lenders were rolling them out before, but I don't know if you would have any of like the 40-year loans.
The only ones that we have access to are interest-only 40-year loans. Okay. So they are available. We have that. They're usually better if they're in the jumbo range. High balance loans, jumbo loans, you're going to get a way better rate on those. The qualifying is much stricter, so it is available. And you just got to talk to a lender about it and see if it's available for you.
And is that only primary residence or something like that?
Yeah, so this will be a primary residence 40-year loan. The first 10 years are going to be interest only, and then it amortizes the next 30 like a regular loan.
Wow, that's definitely something. I mean, something that we always try to talk about. If there's a will, there's a way. There's so many programs out there. It's really talking to your trusted lender, realtor, whoever you have. And if you don't have anyone, that's why the clicker is going right there. Text, call, and reach out to find out what's even possible. And you're gonna be surprised. We're gonna go over and we're gonna test you. We're also gonna test Jared and see how he does. All right, we got question time right here. Okay, so this was the question 2 weeks ago, I think it was. It's been a little while. How much of the most expensive detached properties sell in Bonita so far this year? Jared, what's your thoughts? What's your guess?
I'm gonna go $9.99.
$9.99. Well, I would have to tell you you're off. 2.2 in Bonita. If you're not familiar, Bonita is kind of like South Bay area, east of Old Chula Vista, so that kind of ballpark right there. Now we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna go even farther south, kind of closer to the border. All right, you got Otay Mesa. Now Otay Mesa has a lot of newer communities in that ballpark over there. What do you think is the least expensive detached property to sell in Otay Mesa so far this year, Jared?
I'm gonna go $315,000.
All right, that's Jared's guess, and you saw how far he was off with Bonita.
Yeah, I'm never good at this. Don't go with mine.
You could go with his guess, or you can go with your own. All you gotta do is text below for your chance to win. And I'm gonna switch it up on the clicker, so you're gonna see this right now. active properties, pending properties. Okay, so what Jared was talking before, he was talking about, hey, you know what, rates are going down. Also, basically, lists of sold has trickled down too. If you've watched the market update over the last, couple of weeks, couple of months, you've seen it kind of slow down the market, and you see that clicker. We have 4,500, roughly around 4,600 active properties in the market. And we have 24 pending properties. Now, not all pending properties sell, but it gives us a rough idea of what's going to sell, right? So we're talking about getting close to that 2 months of inventory, okay? Roughly, if all those properties sold, so on and so forth, right? Now, Jared talked about rates kind of going down a little bit. Roughly by half a percent, right? Now, list to sold 2 months ago was at 106% of list to sold, right? Last month it was at 101, and it'll probably, my guess, when this month is over, we'll probably see it basically a little bit under 100. Okay, somewhere under 100. Now you're talking about a drop of roughly about, let's say it gets to 99, 7% drop. So if you were looking to purchase a couple months back or a month or two ago, and you're like, I can't qualify for it, right? Because these properties listed for this, that property is listed for this, and they're going above. That's why you really need to talk to a trusted lender and realtor to first see in that micro market that you're looking in what's actually selling and what they're selling for, what the list of sold is, right? Your realtor should be able to pull it up. And also talk to a person like Jared, right? Or Jared to find out what interest rates are going to work for you and what loan programs, right? Because you were also talking, Jared, about basically like down payment assistance programs and things like that are more difficult. And some lenders are probably going to say, you know what, you're not going to qualify, you're not going to do that. But remember, some lenders are going to tell you can't qualify because they don't want to deal with all the hurdles and headaches that it takes, right?
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Look, it's easier to pass something off than to spend, a couple hours just diving into the programs that a person is going to qualify for. But you got to do it, and now's the time to really figure out what you qualify for, figure out what programs are available to you. So it takes a little bit longer, but they're there.
Yeah, and you got to think, like, if you get a program, let's say the San Diego Housing Commission, right? It adds on whatever it takes for the file to close with Jared and his team. You're going to add maybe another week or something like that on top of that, right? And so if you're trying to sell that, or if you're really trying to sell that to the listing agent, maybe 2 months ago, they're like, nah, we're good. And if you're trying to get basically closing costs assistance from the seller, they're going to probably say, hey, no, we're good. But now there's more flexibility in going with creative financing, going with basically getting some closing costs and looking at the full picture of what's going on with that property. So call your trusted lender, your trusted realtor. Again, if you don't have one, give basically Jared or myself a call. I know we have the clicker going, and we're gonna get the clicker going again. But Jared, what's the best number for someone to reach out to you?
619-990-5519.
And my number 858-345-7829. Now people go, okay, well, what's gonna happen on the market? Are we going to see a drastic drop in the near future? You know what? No one has a crystal ball. Yes, inventory is going up, right? And just like Jared talked about, of ideally rates are going to go down, right? We haven't seen basically the effects of COVID yet. We really haven't seen the effects of COVID on the market yet. So we'll start seeing all this kind of stuff play out. There's probably going to be some sort of balance in the market that we're going to line up with. And then when we start seeing the effects of COVID, we'll start seeing what's going on with the Fed, right? That's going to tell us where the market's gonna take us. But I would think that we probably won't get to any kind of drop in the market, at least for a good amount of time. Next year, the year after, whatever it might be. And if the market does drop, it's still about the monthly payment, right? Like Jared, like most of the programs you're talking about are what, 30-year fixed,
yeah,
right?
And they're fixed rate, which is the best thing. There are adjustable options, but it's way better than renting because rent is going up. We've seen it throughout the county. Somebody near me, the place that we had a person move out, place near me, it went up almost $1,000 for the next person. So rents are all going up. The lines are crazy right now of people applying. If you can lock in a fixed rate payment that you can afford, I mean, there's no reason not to do it. There's so many programs to get you in a home. Just especially now, if rates drop, revisit what you can qualify for. Revisit the prices.
So the moral of the story is buying's not for everyone, but it could be right for you. You just have to talk to the right person, the right realtor, the right lender to actually see if it's right for you. Thank you guys for watching. Please reach out with any sort of questions and also subscribe to the channel that you're watching at. Bye, everyone.
Take care.